Guys, I'm back again with another video. Today we have a video about Google Fuchsia. This is the operating system that we see on the smart displays like the Google Max smart home display, Google Home Max. Now, this operating system has been kind of a quiet one for Google. They don't really talk much about it. You hear about it every now and again. The general public probably has no idea what it is, but even the Android enthusiasts probably don't know all too much about it as well, being it's behind Google's closed doors in Mountain View. Now, the layoffs that we see here, the 12,000 that was just announced, apparently this is going to affect that division. So here we are, not seeing too much with Fuchsia. I do have it on my Max display. As far as anything different than what I've seen in the past, I don't notice anything different than the previous version of the operating system that was on it. So I don't know what they're doing. It seems like it's another thing that Google's dabbling into as another project. Instead of focusing fully on Android itself, here they are now with Fuchsia, and it's been talked about since around 2017 when it had some press coverage. So it's one of those things that we don't know what they're doing with it. So if you have any information on what you think they might be doing in which direction, what they might be doing, which direction they're going with Fuchsia, please comment down below. So now with this 12,000 layoff number, that's a concern, and who knows if it's going to affect other divisions of Google. Now, I've noticed even with my smart display that it has not been as responsive at times. It's given some weird responses, misinformation sometimes, more so than I've noticed in the past. So it doesn't seem like it's really evolved much. If anything, it's only declined some. So that's not a good thing for Google. The competition's pretty stiff with, of course, Alexa, and they've got now, we got Apple with their Pod, and that's definitely getting improved, especially with the newly released version of it just announced. So here's a little timeline. In 2017, Android's VP of Engineering, Dave Burke, called Fuchsia as an early stage experimental project. Well, that's what it seems like for sure, and warned that lots of early stage projects, it's going to probably pivot and morph. And then in 2019, Android and Chrome chief Hiroshi Lockheimer described the project saying, "We're looking at what a new take on an operating system could be like." And so I know out there people are getting pretty excited saying, "Oh, this is the new Android," or "This is the new Chrome OS." Fuchsia is really not about that. Fuchsia is about just pushing the state of the art in terms of operating systems, and things that we learn from Fuchsia we can incorporate into other products. So here we are, 2022 last year. Fuchsia's engineering director Chris McKillop left Google in an exit interview with 9 to 5 Google's Kyle Bradshaw. When asked where he thought Fuchsia would be in 10 years, he started his answers with, "I think there's a small chance that everything that Fuchsia has done ends up being inside the Linux kernel," and added that in 10 years, everyone in the world is going to be trying to figure out how best to use Fuchsia. And in the same year, one Fuchsia team member commented on Hacker News that Fuchsia isn't necessarily targeting end users or application developers. Fuchsia exists to make products easier to build and maintain. Products are responsible for the app developer and end user experience. So with that there, that's telling you it might be more of a platform for developers, and that we may not see much on the consumer side, just the end results of the development. So that's fine, but they don't really give us a direction as the customer on what their plans are. They don't always have to, but it can be a little confusing. So this could be why we're not seeing, much mention of Fuchsia, because it's more of a platform for internally for developers, and that makes sense. So what do you think about that? What do you think the direction of Fuchsia is in your mind? What have you noticed about any changes with your smart display running Fuchsia? If there's any benefits, any negatives? So it'll be interesting to know. So this article was courtesy of arstechnica.com. So put your comments down below and what you think about Google Fuchsia and its direction, if any. And what about the 12,000 layoffs and how it may affect that and maybe other projects with Google and how concerning that may be. They're not the only ones in the tech industry that's affected by layoffs right now. So competition-wise, they may all be slowing down. So we'll see what happens. But let me know what you think down below. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.